Time now for the WagerWire market report. Our friends from WagerWire, you guys have had a chance, and you will pull this ticket up a little bit later on in the Discord channel, bvbshow.com. Go and post a ticket, a future you may have a question on. The guys at WagerWire are in there, as well as I and Dave and the rest of us are in our Discord channel, bvbshow.com.
I gotta get in there
WagerWire,
more. That's gonna be a goal here coming up
mm,
after we get all this other stuff worked out. I
nice.
will be in the Discord a little bit more. Got a lot of
WagerWire
can't do it.
ticket opportunity is there. Chat, go and post it. We're going to take tickets, put them on the show. Once a month, after the end of the month, we're going to pull one of the four names, four or five, depending on how many weeks there are in the week, in the month. And we will make a customized BVB WagerWire hat for one of you. We will ask you the colors. It'll have a WagerWire logo and a BVB logo, and we will ship it to wherever you live. So it's a benefit for you to go ahead and do that. To get questions, if you are so fortunate to be a part of the Discord channel, bvbshow.com, post the ticket to be on in. Okay, let's talk just general here about the market for the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yes.
Is it not the right bet to take Edmonton and Colorado at plus 700 and plus 950 to win the cup?
Is that your Western Conference final matchup?
It is.
Can they play each other before?
I don't think so.
All right, that's the path. When I look at these things, and again, one of my taglines is nobody knows shit. So
Correct.
take what I say the same as you would someone else. But this is how I do it and have done it. Whether it wins or not, I cannot control. But I did it in a baseball when it worked. We did it in a football a little bit. We got the 2 number 1 seeds, so it didn't
Mhm.
really matter.
Right.
But you try to find the path to get the Eastern Conference Final and the Western Conference Final and be live on at least 2 of them.
Mhm.
So don't pick Tampa and Toronto because they play each other in the first round. If
Right.
you do, know that you're sacrificing one to get one to the second round. That's
Yeah.
simple.
You're guaranteeing yourself to have somebody in the second round.
What about Vegas? Why are you dismissing Vegas so easily in the West?
So I've
Starting
watched
to
Vegas.
wonder, man. They might be the team.
Is Brossoit the goaltender?
It looks that way, does it not?
He's an unproven guy who has not played a single playoff game in his history. He's another journeyman goaltender. I don't trust Cassidy at the moment. I think he's going to play Jonathan Quick at the first sign of trouble. If Brossoit's got a bad game, he's going to go right to Quick.
I don't know. He seems like that guy that kind of tells you. I mean, I used to tell the kids this when I was coaching them. Don't worry about me taking you out. You're playing. Just go play. I think he's like that, where he's pretty. I mean, he took those guys to the ground last year. I mean, he played them. I mean, he played that top line over and over and over and over and over. Like the ice time splits were crazy
Yep.
because you know I think he rides a guy. One bad game's not enough. Now, two might be you got to make a change, but I don't know. I think he is the goalie.
I hope so, because he's really, really good. He was awesome last night.
I'm
Absolutely
telling you,
awesome last night.
they 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 have that whatever happened between getting Quick and then we were at that game. The first game they got Quick. We went to the game with the
Yep.
Betfred guys. We sat in that and we watched, and they
In the
seemed
booth.
like
Yep.
they were playing so tense.
Right.
They're not playing like that no more.
Well, I mean, last night, though, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I hit the bet with the Vegas and Oilers money line parlay. It was the only bet I hit last night because both puck lines missed. Teams won, but puck lines didn't come in. The first period, the first goal was completely luck,
Completely.
complete luck. And they did zero things on offense. Grubauer's is not a very good goaltender. They won that game because Grubauer's not good. They should have lost that game. Seattle outplayed Vegas last night. So I'm a little concerned about them on the road in the playoffs. But to answer your question, the answer is no. Colorado cannot play Edmonton until the final.
B2 Bartown said Cassidy had the young players scared to make a mistake.
That's true.
Legit.
Remember, they wouldn't shoot the puck.
They would not shoot the
They
puck.
wouldn't shoot the puck. They were
Well, it was
petrified.
unbelievable. I kept
Yeah.
saying to you, "Why are they not shooting?"
Yeah, they're petrified
Would
to shoot
just
the puck. Yep,
They
that's
would
true.
not shoot it. Akbar, welcome to the chat. Thank
So
you, sir, for
Vegas
being here.
Vegas is gonna play Edmonton in the second round, and that's gonna be an absolute war. I like
Vegas is
the
gonna play Edmonton in the second round?
yes. I really like the draw for the Avalanche because obviously it's gonna be a war. Well, hold on. That's not accurate. Hold on. I'm looking at a bracket that's not. I don't think that's the finalized one. That would have been before last night. I'm not sure that's finalized because the Avalanche. Oh, because they have to win tonight. That's right. If the Avalanche win tonight, that changes. Okay, that's today. That's why.
Yeah, I
If
don't think
the
we
if,
can look at this stuff
yeah,
yet,
if the Avs
right?
win tonight, the Avs change who they play. That's it. Yeah, that's
Right.
right. Okay, that's why. I'm looking at it going like, wait a minute. How is Minnesota number one? That's why. Because they'll leapfrog and the Avalanche will be
They get the second they get
wild
the
card.
other wild card if they win,
Yes,
right? Yeah.
correct. Yeah. So they'll get an easier
They'll
matchup.
get well,
Vegas.
no, they get Seattle.
Well, they're playing Seattle regardless. They're either going to play Seattle or they're going to play the Dallas Stars. One of the two.
Well, no, they have to win to play Seattle, right?
Correct. I'm sorry. I'm right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
they're playing the Wild now. Avalanche versus the Wild is the
Yeah.
matchup right now.
Yeah.
If they win today,
Right.
they'll take on
Right.
the Kraken. They'll play Seattle. So they can pick essentially who they want to play based on what they do today.
Right.
I'd rather play Seattle personally.
Than Dallas?
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean,
Or no, it would be
or the
Minnesota, I
Wild.
think. It would be the
Minnesota,
Wild. Yeah,
okay.
it's the Wild. You want to play the Wild or do you want to play the Kraken? If you're Colorado.
Seattle's going to be a hard series for anybody. It's going to be a hard series for anybody.
Harder than the Wild?
It's a different series.
It is.
I think it's a better matchup for Colorado to play Minnesota, to be perfectly honest. They're going to play more wide open the way Minnesota's played the last month and a half.
Right, but what about a team with no playoff experience in Seattle? Second year in existence versus the Cup champs.
If they don't have to change what they're doing and keep doing what they're doing, they're dangerous. They've been playing playoff games on the road. That's the style of game they play. They were very successful on the road. They're dangerous.
Oh, it's true. I mean, in terms of road wins this year, Colorado in the Western Conference had 28, Edmonton 27, and then Vegas and Seattle had 26.
Woo!
Damn, the best teams in the West won games on the road consistently. Consistently won games on the road. That was a differentiator, really.
Yep.
Was their road records. How good of a road record these teams had. I mean, it's crazy.
Good point by Otto. He said their goalie confirmed tonight will tell you their opinion.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I haven't bet it yet. I'm waiting on Georgiev. Is he in? Because I'm waiting on that goalie because I think they're going to play him personally. Oh no, it's Francouz as unconfirmed. Not betting that game. All right, that guy's so bad. He can't play at all in this series. Georgiev cannot get hurt for the Avalanche. Francouz is he's bad. And Lankinen might be playing for the Preds though, which is
Are you
good.
saying his name right? Francouz?
Francouz?
Oh, now a little bit. You get the Perrault out of you a little bit. Get a little bit of that French.
Francouz? Francois?
I think that's better. Yeah, I don't know.
It's Pavel Francois?
I listen. I'm
He's
the worst.
Pavel
person
Friend
to ask
sucks.
about
That's
the
who he is. That's who he is. Okay, he's awful.
Papa Landon is in the house, by the way. He's for those of you that don't know, Papa Landon is our first guy to bring birth into the world.
Yes, he is.
While
so we'll
watching the BVB.
So we'll watch that who they wind up playing today. But the playoff series pricing. So in the book, explain to me how you guys set prices because in the beginning,
that quick thing like this,
why is there? Okay, so just tell me this: why is there such a big differentiator between books and with prices? Because the books generally, game by game, the books are homogenized for the market,
with the spreads, and the totals from day to day. The market efficiently whacks your line closer to what the consensus number is,
right?
Or they're manipulating it to move it, et cetera, et cetera. Yes.
Right. But the series prices have gone anywhere from $245 to $320. Now they've changed over the last 12 hours as betting has kind of come in, but in the beginning,
Yeah.
there was some really fluctuating market prices in these series.
Well, I mean, it's just like a store, right? Like if we want to move merch at our store, we make, white bread cheaper than everybody else
Okay.
and put it out that, you have odds screens and odds checker and all these other things that people go to and find and go, hey, this is really low over here. I like that. I'm going to go buy it there. And we move all the white bread we want until we're out or we change the price and try to charge more as it goes out the door. It's the same thing with these series prices. They're so independent of what anyone else's price is. It's the most fun thing. I told you this before. I've told the stories on different shows. It's one of the most fun things I ever did was put the series price up and take the bets. And the second year that I did it, they said, Dave, put up the series prices for the NBA. And mine were so off of the market. And Tony D said, he went crazy. What are you doing? I said, you told me to put the prices up. What's the problem? He's like, they got all these bets. I'm like, yeah, we're going to win most of them. Relax. I needed money on that side. I'm going to take it from them because I know they're going to bet it. I said, relax. The 1 year we won every first round NBA series, and I was off on all of them. Now, that was a very lucky. It didn't work that way the next year, but we won more than we lost. The ability to put your own opinion into the number was by far one of my favorite things about the job.
Just to give you a quick example. FanDuel, the Boston Bruins are minus 275 to beat the Florida Panthers. DraftKings, minus 320.
Somebody put it in the chat. I missed it as it went by who it was. Minus 400 on Barstool.
So what? Because they know the Boston fans are all going to come pouring in?
Well, I mean, listen, this is the reality of the situation. When you call your local guy, you got the worst price on your team most times.
Right.
And what they used to do was if they knew, like, I love wearing the stuff of all the different teams, but if they knew you were a fan of, like, I'm wearing the Cleveland Cavaliers stuff.
Right.
I call for the Cavs Knicks price today. Okay. Oh, it's Dave. It's what. Oh, you're minus 250. What? It's minus 200, 210. We'll go bet with them. That's what they would say. So now, with regionalized areas, regionalized books, different states can make different prices.
Circa, Vegas Golden Knights, minus 160.
Okay.
DraftKings, minus 170. FanDuel, minus 182. Why do we have the best price in Vegas for our hometown team?
Wants that Winnipeg bet. I mean, he wants to, well, not even wants the Winnipeg bet. He wants to need Winnipeg at least to start. Tells me Winnipeg's live in the first game. That price is going to change drastically if Winnipeg wins the first game.
It's a plus 150 right now. They win the game. What does it go to?
Are they using a 10-cent line or minus 160 plus 150?
No, that was FanDuel. FanDuel was 182, 150.
Oh, okay.
Minus 182, 150.
The other thing is, and again, we talked about the seriousness versus the entertainment part of this. We try to do both.
Yeah.
You got to watch with the series prices, the ARB situation.
Right.
He can't drop below 150 because there'll be people that'll be taking, minus 145.
Wow, it's gone down.
And laying 150.
They're coming in on the Jets. The Knights are now minus 155. An hour ago was 160. Now it's 155. 135 on the comeback with the Jets.
Junkyard, if you're watching the show, we'd love to have you on, by the way, to talk about the NHL playoffs next week.
Heck
so
yeah.
if you want to come back in and give us some
Junkyard
thoughts.
he's talking about Jeff Davis of Circa, by the way.
Yeah. Who's doing this series?
He's going to
the
say
guy and the hockey guy.
Yeah, for Circa.
I mean, would it Wow, the Dallas Mavericks got fined $750K for
Yes.
conduct detrimental to the league. I just saw
Yes.
that.
It's
Wow.
boring.
Hello.
I left it off because it means nothing.
It means nothing, but
Mark Cuban. I didn't put it on the rundown because Mark Cuban, it's nothing. It's literally nothing.
do you think Winnipeg has a shot in the series?
If Connor Hellebuck stands on his head, yes.
Which
I
is
always
very
shade. I always shade to goaltending. This is why I wanted Florida. This is why I was like, give me Florida. If you don't have goaltending in the postseason, you don't stick around very long. Connor Hellebuck, arguably the best goaltender this season. So you're talking, I mean, if Vegas does their whole like we're gonna shoot 25 times a game, they could be in trouble. Like they're gonna need to generate power plays. They're gonna and look at, I mean, they talked about on the broadcast last night. Vegas, since the All-Star break, has had one of the worst PKs and one of the worst penalty power plays in
power
the
plays.
league.
Power play's a mess.
26th in power play, 28th in kill.
The power play's
That's
a
not
mess.
good. That's not good.
Yeah.
Going in since the All-Star break, that's not good. And there's rumors that Mark Stone might come back. And if they got Mark Stone for the second round, that could solve some power play problems.
Wow, Stone coming back would be huge.
Huge for them. White
As
Cloud
long
might
as he's
play.
healthy. I mean, him
Yeah,
coming
no,
back and not
he's
being
skating.
100, like,
Well,
that
he's
would be
skating.
no
He's
good.
practicing. He has a no contact jersey on.
Wow.
He had back
Okay.
surgery in January.
Wow.
So they think he might be able to come back for the second round. And if he could get past the Jets, maybe he can help the power play. But I think the Jet games are going to be unders with Vegas and Winnipeg. I think clamps are going to come down defensively.
There are some series that, depending on the matchup, and we'll talk about these more on Monday. Somebody
Right.
just came in the chat and said, "Are we going to make recommendations for series prices?"
Holy mother. I
We'll
just
do
looked
that
at
on
the
Monday.
totals. Welcome to the postseason, boys and girls.
What?
Of the game, how many have you looked yet at the totals for these games?
For game 1 of the NHL playoffs?
Yeah.
No, I'll look right now.
No. Don't look. One.
Oh. What do you
How
mean?
many games do you think are 5.5?
Game 1s?
Uh-huh.
LA, Edmonton, no. Florida, Boston, hell no. Islanders, Carolina, that's probably 5.5. Winnipeg, Vegas, no. Tampa, Toronto, definitely not. Rangers, New Jersey, maybe 1.
4.
We
FanDuel
talk
has 4.
5.5s?
4 5.5s.
They're wrong.
Jets, Knights, 4. Jets, Knights, 5.5. Lightning, Leafs, 5.5. Islanders, Hurricanes, 5.5. Avalanche. Oh, I guess that involves today. Sorry, that involves the Avalanche game. So I forgot. I missed that.
Okay.
That's today at 5.5. But 3 of them are 5.5.
I just hit my odds screen. There's only 1. Islanders,
Welcome.
Carolina.
Yeah, welcome to the postseason. At least FanDuel's
Which
going
one of
low.
the other games? Winnipeg and Vegas, and who else? Rangers, Jersey.
Tampa, Toronto.
Tampa, Toronto.
It's 5.5.
Surprising.
Right? Welcome to playoff hockey.
Now look,
We're now-
Otto just came in the chat and said DK only has 1.
So FanDuel has been off market for most of the season. This has been very interesting to watch
Very
this because
interesting. Yep.
FanDuel, if you look at the odds screens, the Spanky odds or the Wager
Yeah.
Talk odds or whatever, FanDuel's not on there. So
Right.
you go ahead and you look at FanDuel's odds, they're so different than Vegas and so different than most books in the country. FanDuel has done some very interesting things. They'd rather go off market and make you pay juice.
It's an interesting tactic. It's not.
I mean,
You know,
over
better
5.5
or
for
worse.
Vegas and Winnipeg is minus 142 over 5.5. That's expensive.
Yeah. I mean, just use 6 flat. and
Tampa
leave it there.
Bay, Toronto is over 5.5 minus 130.
Oh, they're just putting the prices out there to see if anybody would actually lay it. The numbers are 6 in both of those games.
Right?
I mean, 6 minus 110 and just take bets. It's just so much more fair. I don't want, but they're trying to find a price discovery. I give them credit for what they're doing, but they're always off. That's good.
So
Yeah.
interesting. Before we get to Chef Benny's tickets, WagerWire is a marketplace where you can sell your online sports bets. You'll be able to buy other people's bets at a discount to the current odds. Forget hedging, forget cashing out. If you want to lock in a profit on a bet, you'll soon be able to on WagerWire. Sell all or even part of your action at any time up until the final buzzer. WagerWire was invented by three good friends, former UCLA roommates Zach, Travis, and Guy, a couple of whiz kids who are hell bent on giving you guys a new way to make money on your sports bets and wagers. So let's throw that ticket up here for Chef Benny.
Yeah.
He's our first selection in our WagerWire hat giveaway with the BVB. He'll get a customized WagerWire BVB hat if he wins at the end of the month.
Yep.
Sacramento Kings at plus 5,000 to win the West.
50-1. That's what that means. Wow.
Yep. This is a decent ticket.
Hell yeah, it is.
He can't do anything in the first round, can he? Right? He just has to like kind of hope that they get past the first round.
I mean, you can buy a ticket on Golden State to win the Western Conference. Plus money.
Yeah, but not 50-1.
No, but I mean, you're trading one for the other. It's worth 0 if they don't win.
It's plus 320. Plus 320 right now.
On Golden State to win a Western Conference?
Yep.
That's it?
Yep.
Ugh.
Suns are plus 190, Warriors plus 320, Nuggets plus 360.
Where are the
Not
Lakers?
Great. Lakers are 8-1.
Wow, FanDuel's different state to state too. That's what Tyler Betsmart said. Welcome, sir. You're late. You weren't here at the beginning of the show, but
wow, that's interesting. They're different state to state.
You can do that in the systems. You can run different feeds. It's crazy what you can do. So you can make the prices worse in Pennsylvania versus worse in Arizona.
Let me see something. Let's see. I can pull up Arizona FanDuel here. Let me see what the prices are for the Suns. So the Western Conference. Nope, it's the same. I mean, at least Arizona.
Right.
Jersey, FanDuel, and Arizona FanDuel are the same price-wise.
It's possible Tyler's wrong.
Yeah, they're all the same right now. I mean, you might be able to, but at least right now, two different coasts, Jersey to Arizona, FanDuel's numbers are the same.
Might be the same. Yep.
In New Jersey, in FanDuel, Arizona.
I don't know. I mean, you can't sell this ticket. It's too much fun right now.
Right. You got to ride it. Right.
But I mean, you could take Golden State. I don't think you could take them to win the series. You got to lay juice. I mean, you could bet that out the rest of the way. I mean, if this is $100 ticket to win 50-1, it's 5,000, right? 100 wins you 5,000. Bet 260 to win 100 on a series. Now, if they, but then you get caught hedging, you lose both eventually when they don't win a Western Conference.
Really, I mean, I wouldn't. If I had this ticket, I would not hedge until they got to the Western Conference Finals.
Right.
If they got there, then I'm hedging. But in the first two rounds, this ticket's difficult to hedge off of. So, Chef Benny, I think you're stuck with it for a little bit at 50-1. Let the Kings
Ask
ride.
the WagerWire guys. Go to the site, use the calculator, see what it's worth, make a decision.
That's a good point. WagerWire.com/calculator is the link directly to go to check that out for those guys. But to be entered into the contest, go to bvbshow.com, go into the WagerWire channel, post your ticket, ask your question. If we select you, you could be like Chef Benny, having your ticket being talked about on the show next week. At the end of every month, we will pull one lucky of the 4 or 5 names. We'll pull one name. You will win a customized WagerWire BVB exclusive hat to be shipped and designed to you, from you, by you later. Okay,